Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and this is a really great message right here from Ray Fuentes over at Link2. Okay, this is something that most people, this is something that drives me up the wall, and this is how I do things. In life, if you one thing that I always see is Black Friday the day after Thanksgiving, when they have all the sales in stores. And I watch those things, and I can't believe I'm sitting at home on Amazon.com while I'm watching all these people, and I can't believe these people, because there's for sale signs are standing outside these stores at 5 in the morning so that they can get a stupid deal on a TV when you can sit here on the computer and do it. And yet, at the same time, those same people that are the hordes outside of those stores do not view investing the same way. The way I invest is times like this are the opportunities. The money is made in times like this. And so what Ray is saying here over at Link2, you gotta soak this in.
Hi everyone, Ray here. As markets continue to show bearish signals, let me tell you why continuously investing throughout market cycles, even during a bear market, is beneficial for your portfolio. Legendary investing figures such as Warren Buffett, Jack Bogle, and many others believe in the idea of value investing. When the markets are bearish, forcing the prices of companies down, but the underlying company is fundamentally sound, that's a great time to invest. Bear market and recession investing isn't a theory, but rather an established practice. A report from the Kane Angel Network looked at VC funds prior to the 2008 Great Recession and those opened up during and immediately after. Those opened during and immediately following the Great Recession far outperformed those that were open before. Furthermore, the rate at which VC outperforms the public market during a market downturn is far greater. The same report looked at VC returns during the Great Recession compared to the public markets. VCs on average posted a 14% return in 2008, when the S&P 500 posted a negative 38% return. When looking at various market downturns from 2008 to 2009, the report notes that VCs posted a recession average of 16% compared to a negative 12% by the S&P 500. Downturns are often seen as a great time for VC-backed companies to grow, which might explain this trend. As we experience a pullback in the market, we want to be dynamic with our pricing to reflect those market conditions. So Link2 pricing will be decreased on the following private companies: Ripple, Uphold, Dapper Labs, Whoop, Zipline, Eat Just, Carbon, and Automation Anywhere. All very exciting companies from their sectors. If you want to...
All right, so what I'm doing is I'm making sure that, because I've told you before, I'm making sure that I have plenty of cash, because I want to buy dips and everything, but at the same time I make sure I have a great level of protection there. So I'm in the process of getting my level of protection such that I can buy this PolySign when it comes onto the platform, because Ray had they had teased that PolySign's coming. I will be buying that when it hits the platform if I can get some. Okay, Coin Paprika, everything's kind of flat. CoinPaprika.com, my favorite place to look at prices. They're also one of my sponsors as of recently. So these guys are they have the coolest little functions here. That's why I like them. But anyway, the prices are kind of flat. Nothing really to speak of there. Now this is an interesting video from Darren Moore. Riz XRP put this out about the DTCC announcement yesterday.
You know, the work that we're doing at DTCC, we're looking at both private and public blockchains. And I think that's really important because, again, we want to make sure that we have that optionality within our solutions. And there are different trade-offs between the different public protocols and private protocols. So when we are looking at the public protocols, we recognize that there is an immutability that needs to be recognized. There's certain, there's certain trade-offs that we're just going to have to be aware of. When we think of the private blockchains and those protocols, obviously we have a significant degree of flexibility in terms of governance. And so the constraint of immutability is not as permanent there. And when you think of, our DTCC and our clients, we are sat in a highly regulated industry. And so we need to be really thoughtful about what it means to look at the trade-offs that the technology applies, but understand that this needs to function within the regulatory framework. And
okay, I'm not going to play the rest of it, but you get the gist of it. They're working with private industry as well as government, that kind of stuff. Anyway, what a long, strange trip it's been, folks. Following that DTCC announcement, I just wanted to remind you that back on June 1, 2015, Ripple Labs named Donald Donahue as an advisor, and he's the former CEO of the DTCC. Go figure. Then I wanted to remind you of this. We've shown the Everest document 1,000 times, and I'll keep showing it because I think it's relevant. The Interledger Enabling Interoperability Across Platforms, 2022 to 2025. Look right here. Yesterday we heard the announcement that DTCC has chosen R3. And this is the ILP. This is all the money, folks. This graphic shows you all the money. Now, this was sent to me this morning from Matt Marley, XRP Diamonds to the Sky. What's interesting about this is one of those videos I don't think I've ever seen before, and I really like this part right here, the asterisk off the record. Okay. Blockchain increasing payment efficiency, March 3rd of 2017 at Yale Law School. Before I show you this clip, this is Jessie Chang, who she was one of the lawyers for Ripple, and she's sitting beside Rob Hunter from the Clearinghouse. And then this guy right here is from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Also in attendance was Jerome Powell, which I'm sure is just purely a coincidence, and Ross Leckow, who then was at the Bank of England, but before that was at the IMF. We know that because he was on stage with Brad Garlinghouse while he was at the IMF, and that's purely a coincidence too. This is Jessie Chang explaining how XRP could change the payment system. If I can get, here we go.
The bank and Beta Bank had accounts with Sigma Bank, or you have a connector, a common account holder that has an account with Alpha Bank and with Beta Bank. But what if there were a way for Alpha Bank and Beta Bank to connect without even needing that? They could use, say, XRP. So this is the digital asset that's native to the Ripple consensus ledger. They could use.
By the way, this guy right here moves trillions of dollars a day. And he's not laughing at her. He's not saying, well, that's ridiculous. He's not nodding his head no.
As a bridging tool. So in contrast to our previous examples, the hypos where it was fiat currency from end to end, each link along the way involved fiat currency. Here, banks like Alpha Bank and Beta Bank can use virtual currency to bridge that missing link just between them. And this tool could be especially useful for banks that are supporting emerging markets. So let's say we have Alpha Corp, now sitting in Brazil, wants to make a payment to Beta Corp, now sitting in Thailand for products that it purchased. So this means that Brazilian real are withdrawn from Alpha Corp's account with Alpha Bank, and Thai baht are deposited into Beta Corp's account with Beta Bank. But same questions before. How do Alpha Bank and Beta Bank bridge that link, that missing link between them? As a practical matter, it might be hard to find a common account holder that happens to have accounts in Brazil and in Thailand. But what if Alpha Bank happened to hold some XRP? And what if Beta Bank were willing to accept to receive some XRP?
That's interesting right there, what she says. What if they were to hold XRP and they could receive XRP? And you know, it's fascinating and hilarious for me. It's not hilarious because I just kind of know in my gut. But you know what's amazing is that these are quite literally the adults in the room. The people that you're looking at are literally the people that run the financial world. And Mike Novogratz is totally confused by why XRP would go up. You believe that?
So their XRP balances are recorded on a distributed ledger. So this is virtual currency balances recorded on the Ripple consensus ledger. those two banks, Alpha Bank and Beta Bank, could agree as a commercial matter that Beta Bank has received full payment from Alpha Bank in connection with the Alpha Corp to Beta Corp payment upon a transfer of a certain amount of XRP from Alpha Bank to Beta Bank. And in determining the exact amount of the XRP to be transferred, Alpha Bank and Beta Bank are implicitly agreeing to an exchange rate. So, for example, Beta Bank would view this amount as the XRP it's willing to receive in exchange for that Thai bot payment that it's on paying to Beta Corp. And we have the same outcome here as in each of the hypos before, where we bridge that link between Alpha Bank and Beta Bank. But this time we don't rely on a single central party like Sigma Bank. We also don't have any account relationships involved.
I encourage you, folks. I did it myself the other day. I really encourage you to watch a video like this where the adults are discussing XRP, and then go watch one of these Bored Ape or these silly distractions for the sheep. Go watch one of those videos and then go watch one of these, and you will. I did it the other day, and I was like, I can't believe that people are actually buying into all this garbage. Look, and I'm not saying NFTs are bad. What I'm saying is some cartoon with nothing backing it up is a joke. The freaking, an NFT that represents a hard asset, I'm all in. An NFT that represents a tokenized real estate, I'm all in. But a Bored Ape yacht club or whatever all that silliness is, not happening for me. This is the world I live in. I do not live in cartoon land where I'm just trusting that somebody else wants to buy this thing that has no real value behind it. Okay, now this video was on Vimeo. It's called Blockchain, the Central Bank, they did a whole thing at Yale Law School, so you can go and check that out there. Uphold, are you surprised at our top trending assets? I'm not. I've been buying this, I've been buying this, I've been buying this, and I've been buying this in this downturn. All of the above. Now, folks, as you know, the truth is almost extinct in this country and across the world. They want us to believe the lies and they want us to think the truth is lies. But the digital asset investor is not buying it, and I'm not going to listen to the garbage. You want truth? Here's truth, and you're not going to hear this on CNBC.
Inflation is made in Washington because only Washington can create money. And any other attribution to other groups of inflation is wrong. Consumers don't produce it. Producers don't produce it. The trade unions don't produce it. Foreign sheiks don't produce it. Oil imports don't produce it. What produces it is too much government spending and too much government creation of money and nothing else.
And that's the fact, Jack. Now, this Bitcoin magazine had tweeted this out. Once you understand Bitcoin, there's no way back. Once you've seen, you cannot unsee. And I retweeted it and I said, once you've seen the video of the Homeland Security agent saying they met with the 4 Satoshis, you can pretend it doesn't exist. And that's the fact, Jack, too. Gary Gensler yesterday was patting himself on the back about his Wall Street Journal op-ed. There's no reason to treat crypto market differently from the rest. Well, you're treating Ethereum differently from the rest of the crypto market, Gary. And as long as you're doing that with me, you have no credibility. And Bitcoin too, for that matter, since we know there's 4 Satoshis per the Homeland Security agent, because that throws out the window the idea that there's no creator right quick. John Deaton says, you have refused to meet with a representative of 72,000 holders of digital asset XRP who are users, developers, investors, and small businesses, but you make time to meet Vanguard, who controls 90% of your personal fortune, and you talk about being a cop on the beat. And then Mark Cuban weighs in. Come in and talk to who? Set up an appointment. You're using Calendly these days. Since you understand crypto lending finances, why don't you just publish bright line guidelines you would like to see and open it up for comments? That's because he wants to be a cop on the beat that has a speed trap. That's the answer to your question, Mark Cuban. And then there's this. This creeped me out. Listen to this.
So I actually talked to very high-level people from Alibaba just yesterday. Yeah.
So he just talked to very high-level people from Alibaba yesterday, and this is from Wheezy. And here's why that's creepy. First of all, it's creepy because Bill Hinman helped take Alibaba public, and we've talked about all of that. Second reason it's creepy is because this was on Gary Gensler's schedule right here. He's meeting with J. Michael Evans, president and director of Alibaba Group. And here it says Evans was appointed president of Alibaba Group, where he leads Alibaba's international growth strategy outside China, and reports to CEO Daniel Zhang. And Daniel Zhang, in 2008, the Communist Party's news media named Zhang China's #1 CEO. So that is the #1 CEO of the Chinese Communist Party. And that's the United States of America in 2022. That is your SEC, and that is Ethereum. All right, and then here's Mike Novogratz. He's disappeared for a while, but he popped up recently, and he's the gift that just keeps on giving, and I love playing his videos.
After the collapse, I called the guy, and, he had literally gotten in a fight with his wife that morning. He had gotten so drunk, he passed out in the hallway, and he lost all his money. And I was like, I'm a kind of an inside guy here, I'm telling you. And you looked me in the eye and promised me to sell.
Kind of an inside guy. Interesting wording. Developers behind non-fungible token platform Sudorare rugged users for over $800,000 in various cryptocurrencies Tuesday before deleting the project's online footprint. Folks, you can store NFTs on a Ledger Nano S now. True story. I use several of these. I've got the link in the top of the description of this video. Go get a Ledger Nano S and leave all these exchanges behind. Now they've even got staking and buying and selling, and you can even swap a digital asset into another digital asset on the Ledger Nano S. Not Nano S, they don't have that one anymore. I'm looking at one right here. It's the recent one I got, the Ledger Nano S Plus. That's the deal. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Ledger Nano S Plus, top of the description, and tell them DAI sent you when you click.